Hey, what's going on? This is Minister Gold. This is a mix-it-up tutorial primarily. There's some other things I'll be talking about as well, but it's mainly mix-it-up. I'm making what I call a YouTube startup guide, which is basically a bunch of commands I've set up, overlays I've set up to work on YouTube. Um, Basically, I've tried to stream on YouTube and Twitch before. I quit initially streaming on YouTube because I got hate rated and I had no defense against that. Um, but now Mixup has a lot more support for YouTube. It has a lot more things to hook in to basically make your own moderation commands. And to be fair to YouTube, they do now have moderation commands. You can time out, you can ban, stuff like that. But I wanted more to be like extremely prepared for whatever might happen. Um, but yeah, I'll show you how to get started, how to get connected with YouTube, what commands I think you should have for YouTube and why. And your chat overlay that you should use, and which chat you should use in OBS. I'll be going over all of these things. Also, this is a quick update. I tried to restream using the Restream service. It's like literally called Restream, and I quit recently because like every other day, my chat would be telling me that I was buffering, and it was because I was dropping a crazy amount of frames. And so, what I'd highly recommend you do before you start using Restream is to do a server test, a server stress test to determine the reliability of a particular Restream server. So if you look at your stream section, it'll say auto detect. You can test that out first. Unfortunately, Restream does not have a testing option like Twitch does. It has like a enable bandwidth mode or something, or test bandwidth mode when you're logged into to Twitch. Restream does not have that. So what I'd recommend is just put up a black screen, put some big white text that just says test stream, like server stress test. And I would test out each of these for like a week until you find something reliable. So auto detect was not reliable for me. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because it's like defaulting to like somewhere in Europe, but I'm in the US or something. But yeah, I would just pick auto detect or any one of these servers and presumably one that's closer to you, and just see uh which one is dropping frames or not at all. And if you find that one that is not dropping frames, then stick with that one and continue restreaming. Um, but yeah, I've stopped using Restream for now because I need to do some testing to see which of these servers is actually reliable, which of these will actually not drop my frames. Until I do that, I cannot do Restream because I don't want to give my users my audience a bad experience. Um, so yeah, just friendly PSA reminder: make sure you do server stress testing before you start streaming. Um, and make sure it's known to your audience beforehand and during that you're doing just testing. Okay, so we're not going to look at the commands yet. It's kind of early for that. We need to talk about getting connected with YouTube. So let's go to accounts. Okay. Now it says my real name right here for my bot accounts, which is unfortunate because on Twitch we care a lot of people care about being doxxed. They don't want to use their real name. I don't think that's so much an issue on Twitch, or sorry, on YouTube, but when the chat overlay that we're gonna use, it shows the names and the platforms for both YouTube and Twitch. So if you don't want your name to show up in your chat overlay, then you'll want to change your name. Let's see how difficult it is for me to change the name of my YouTube account. So I'll go to studio.youtube.com. We'll go to customization. We'll go to basic info. And I'm going to change this to Minister Silver. And actually, we'll change this to Minister Silver also. This is my handle. This will also be seen. Okay. Remove the @ sign. Oh, I can't. Okay. Publish. Okay. So let's see if that reflects. It does not. Let's see if I exit. Go back to accounts. Okay. Let's log out. Log back in. Select all. Okay. Continue. Okay, and there you go. Now it says Minister Silver. Okay, so yeah, if you don't want your username to be showing and the chat overlay will be setting up, then do that. Okay, so now my bot is connected, and make sure you have your primary account connected, whichever account you'll be streaming from on YouTube. Have that connected as well. So I have each of these accounts on separate emails, okay? And so I would imagine you would have to do the same. Okay. So next I'll show you the commands I'm setting up. Let's go to commands. And I just put this all under a category called YouTube. It's a lot. A lot of them are repeating for reasons I'll explain later. But okay, so basically I have YouTube ban. So to run the command, it's YT ban. That's the trigger that I gave it. And so you go to the drop down. There is an action called moderation. Select that, add it. You'll just look for the ban user option. And you'll include $ all args. And so what that means is if I go to, let's go to like restream. If I go to restream, okay, and I type in YT ban, let's say their name is Mix It Up Minister Gold. Okay. So if all you say is arg1 text, it would only take this word. If you say all args, it takes everything after YT ban, because on YouTube, spaces are allowed in the username. And so this will make it so that no matter what the username, you'll capture it. And then you can use that to ban them. You can also right click on username to ban them, but this is also an option. Okay, we'll close that. And then clear chat. I tried to use the clear chat with Mix It Up, but it only clears chat in Mix It Up. It doesn't clear it in YouTube, unfortunately. So yeah, the chat would still be visible on YouTube. Now, disable chat is very interesting. And this is what you'd use for hate raids, if someone hate raids you. Also, I want to keep clear that for every one of these commands, I have a chat message saying that that command was run. Otherwise, you won't necessarily have a obvious indication until later on that the command was run. So this might actually happen before the moderation action runs. Again, we're selecting a dropdown, going to the dropdown, selecting moderation, and we're adding it. And I call this YT unchat. And now what this does when it's run is whenever someone enters a message, it is immediately deleted. So you might see if someone's trying to spam your chat with like racist things or offensive things, or you have like a bunch of people doing it. So this would delete everyone's message right away. But the thing with this is it is so persistent that if you try to run a command to stop on chat, if you try to enable chat again, your message will be deleted too. And so you cannot enable chat by running an enable chat command. What you have to do instead is you have to hook this command into your Stream Deck. So you can still make the command, but you can't run the command in chat. You have to run it through a Stream Deck. So for YT chat to enable chat, we have moderation action, enable chat, chat message, YouTube chat has been enabled. Also, what I should also mention about each and every one of these YouTube commands is two things. Number one, I have it set to advanced. We select the platform for YouTube. And for the permissions, we're selecting streamer and moderator. So streamer and moderator so that nobody else can run these commands. So make sure you do that for every single one of these commands. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you would run the enable chat command since you can't run it in chat. So what you can actually do is we'll go back in here. We're going to, we'll go to the menu in the top left. We'll go to services. At the very bottom is developer API. Click on that. Click on the developer API link. Open another page. And if you go click on this, initially you'll see nothing. But if you go after the slash, type in commands, you're going to see all of your commands. Okay? And now we're looking for enable chat. Let's see. Let's type in chat. I'll just type in YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Let's type it in again. Okay, here's all our YouTube commands. Okay, here you go. Here's enable chat. Now, you'll notice this has an ID. I'm gonna hide myself in case I'm covering anything. You'll notice this has an ID. Okay. We're gonna copy that ID. Okay, and this is this command. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you Touch Portal. Okay. Touch Portal is the application I use for my Stream Deck. Touch Portal is connected with my tablet. Your process may be different because you may have a different like tablet or technology that you use for your Stream Deck. But I'll show you what I'm doing with this URL. Okay, so here's Touch Portal. Let's go to my. I need to go to YouTube. Here's YouTube. Okay, here's enable chat. Okay, so we'll take a look at that. Okay, so here we're making an HTTP post request. Okay, and then for the post URL, it's this URL up here. It's gonna be different for you because your ID for your command will be different. And then for the content type header, it's going to be application/JSON. That is the format of this data. And you're going to add this. And then save and close. And now when I tap this button on my tablet, it's going to enable chat again. Because, if you try to type in enable chat in chat, try to type in that command, it'll be deleted and ignored immediately. So this will be the only way you can stop your message from getting deleted when you disable chat. So that's important. Keep that in mind. And something else that's important is that this data doesn't automatically come out formatted like this. Like right now, this is very readable. I have an extension, like a Firefox extension, You want to look up something like JSON Prettify. Download some extension like that for Firefox or Chrome or whatever you're using, so that it comes out looking like this, very readable. Okay. All right, let's go back to the commands. Okay, I have a YouTube mod command. Again, you don't necessarily need this command. You can right click on someone and mod them, but I'm coming from Twitch, and so I'd like to have all these commands available to me. Yeah, so permissions is just for the streamer this time, and platform limited to YouTube. Moderation action, mod user, all args because some users have spaces in their names. Chat message, all args, as in the username, has been modded to indicate that the command has been executed. Okay. And then likewise, we have an unmod command, same idea, except the action is to unmod. Okay. And then yeah, just like we have a ban command, we have an unban command. YT unban, moderation action unban, $sign all args. $sign all args has been unbanned, just to show that it's happened. And yeah, those are all those commands. Now I'll explain a couple of these. Now, the YouTube timeout. Actually, we have timeout user, all args for the user. Then this is default. I'm defaulting this to 60 seconds. But let's say you want it to be another time, like 2 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, something like that. It's not like Twitch. It's not like Twitch where you can go like flash timeout minister gold 60. You can't go like that because what if my name is Minister Gold, like Minister Space Gold, then it's going to like Twitch would just take this and this would be the time. So if I tried to do Minister Gold 60, this wouldn't work every time because some users might be like, might be Minister Gold, and every time you have a space, you have an argument. But if we're checking for two arguments, where one argument is username, one argument is the amount of time they'll be timed out for, sometimes it'll think the time you want to time someone out for is gold. Other times they'll think it is 60. So this will not always work. So instead, we're putting the time in the command itself, and all args to take the username with or without the spaces. It doesn't matter. It'll take the whole username. And yeah, my initial timeout command is set for 60 seconds, and I have a chat message saying all args, the username has been timed out for 60 seconds. And then let's say they're timed out for 2 minutes. Again, same thing, but instead what's changed is the amount of seconds is 120 seconds. Same message, but 2 minutes. And let's say 10 minutes. 10 minutes is over here. So command is YT to 10M, so 10 minutes. So 60 times 10 is 600, so 600 seconds. All args, $sign all args has been timed out for 10 minutes. Let's say we say they're timed out for an hour. Same thing, but 60 times 60 is 3,600 seconds. That's an hour. $sign all args has been timed out for 1 hour, and so on. So you're just multiplying 60 by however many minutes for each of these timeouts. And this is just something that I can do quick. If I don't feel like clicking over, I can just copy the username, type in my command. So let's see, like YT 210M, paste in the username and press enter, and they'll be timed out for like 10 minutes in that case. And yeah, these are all the commands. And again, want to emphasize these should all either be streamer and moderator, or just streamer. So the ones that should be just streamer are like YouTube mod, unmod, stuff like that. Everything else you can give to both the streamer and the mod, and just for YouTube. So make sure you do that so it doesn't affect anything on Twitch. Okay, so now we're going to talk about getting a chat overlay that shows both users from both YouTube and Twitch. So I found a website called Botrix. Okay, it has a lot of stuff that it comes with, which I don't necessarily want. Let's see. Yeah, so it has all these things that I don't really care about because Mix It Up already handles a lot of this, but what I don't really have for Mix It Up is chat, or as far as I know, chat for both YouTube and Twitch. And let's say you're on the other platforms like TikTok, like Trovo, like Kick, and so on, then you can add these to your chat overlay. Okay, so we'll go to widgets. We'll go to chat, and yeah, just select your platforms. You'll select how long this stays here, and then you'll copy the URL. And then you'll have to create a browser source in OBS. So we'll do it right now real quick just to demonstrate. Browser source multi-chat test, and we will sort it out from there. Okay, so what I found worked for me was a width of 480 and a height of 600. Because I don't want the text going halfway across the screen. So we'll just paste this a few times, see how it looks. Yeah, so I like it being like this big, this wide and this tall. We can move this up a little bit. If this conflicts with alerts, then move it down accordingly so it doesn't. Maybe even crop it so it doesn't get in the way of alerts. But yeah, those are the dimensions that I set up for my browser source for my my multi-chat. Okay, one last thing I want to talk about in regards to like chat is that I do not like using multi-chat for well, the Botrix chat for keeping track of who's talking on Twitch and who's talking on YouTube. It's great that it has that feature, but unfortunately, I cannot scroll down with this right now. I could try to add some HTML, see if that works real quick. If it doesn't, then I have another solution for you. Yeah. Okay. So, with the Botrix chat overlay, it's great for keeping track of who's talking on Twitch, who's talking on YouTube, but unfortunately, if you try to use it as a custom doc, you will not be able to scroll up or down. So like let's say you miss chat, then you just can't scroll up in the multi-chat in the Botrix chat overlay. So I don't really like that. Instead, what I use is I use the Restream chat overlay, or chat like widget for OBS, which you get automatically once you like sign up for Restream and set that as your settings in OBS. And yeah, see, this is scrollable, and it'll show you who's talking on YouTube, who's talking on Twitch. So that's why I would just use the Restream like chat doc that you get when you apply your Restream settings in OBS. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So to summarize, we went over connecting let's see, connecting your bots and your primary account to YouTube, how to change your name on YouTube so it doesn't show your name in the chat overlay. If you don't see changes right away, what I'd recommend doing is shutting down Mix It Up and reopening it, just in case. We also went over the YouTube commands. which I like to have just for protection because I've been hate rated before. So I want to have maximum protection against these things. So I don't have to shut down my stream. So we went over banning, disabling chat, re-enabling chat, which you need to have in your stream deck. You cannot re-enable chat with a chat command. Modding a user, unmodding, unbanning, timing out users, and how we have multiple timeout commands because if a user has spaces in a name, then your time will not necessarily be tracked. And so the time is built into these commands, and how every single one of these commands is limited. It is scoped to YouTube and for the streamer and the moderator, or just streamer if it's modding and unmodding. Okay. And yeah, the disabling chat is for if you get a hate raid. Please close. Okay. And then we're using, we said we're using botrix, using botrix to make a chat overlay to show who is talking from which stream so that your users are, your viewers are not confused about what is going on, who you're talking to. And that we're using restream to keep track of chat because it is scrollable and it shows who's talking on which platform. And the botrix does not let you do that. So that's why we're using the restream chat, which you get from setting up your stream settings in here, and make sure you're signed up for restream. And the website is restream.io. So yeah, that is my mainly mix it up setup guide for YouTube. Yeah, if you found that helpful, please leave a like, subscribe for more content like this, and let me know if you have any questions. If you'd like to chat about mix it up stuff, video games, or whatever, you can find me on twitch.tv/ministergold, and thank you for watching.